ahead and get started. And I would like to thank everybody for joining. I'm Laura Hamilton, doing Live with Laura. In here with me, I have Kathy Bova.
Hi.
And I have with us our famous Meghan Lang from our marketing department, and Anissa is also on the line as well. So Anissa, I think I have you muted. Anissa's with us.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
All right, so we're just going to go through. There's a lot of people that are still joining us right now, so as they're coming on, today what we're going to go over is properly exiting out of Epic, and I'll show you guys how to do that. A lot of people are getting locked up and not able to get back in. They're locking up one of their seats, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Also to use the AUTO for motorcycle policies. Some people were using Cycle. There's no commission agreements for that, so you weren't getting any dollar amounts or percentages on your report. So we need you to use the AUTO. I'll show you that. And the HOME for renters and condos. And there is an Epic issue that Applied Systems is working on for using your filters and suspense, and I'll quickly show you that as well. Megan's got so many great things to talk about with you guys today, so we are very excited to have her as our guest speaker. And if we do have enough time, we're going to quickly show you some activity tips and how you can use the hotkey in F9 to get into activities. And as always, you can email training@asnoa.net with any of your questions. Myself, Anissa, and Kathy, we are always happy to help you guys with any of your questions. All right, chat in your questions, raise your hand, whatever you need, let us know. Remember, you can go into asnoa.com and you can register for any of our weekly training sessions. Kathy is always available to help with commercial lines. So come in, she'll show you how to do the renewals manager, market submissions. So we're really excited about that session. And Kathy, take it away.
Oh, Laura, that's right. It's time. We just wrapped up our small business commercial lines course, our winter session, which was so exciting. We actually had some guest speakers as well. And for all of you small business commercial lines students, you see they've even offered some incentives with some of the carriers. So that's really fun and exciting. So I am opening up, or I have just opened up, the summer session, which will begin in July through August. So for those of you that are interested in joining the summer session, if you would, it should be 2019 summer session, sorry about that, but it starts in July 11th, and it will be running through August 13th. So if you're interested, just go to asnoa.com under the education university area, and if you scroll down, you can register right there for the small business commercial lines course. Again, it's a very involved course and 6 chapters. We will definitely do some deep dives into BOP, commercial auto, work comp, and umbrella, and even marketing.
Yay.
And just to let everybody know, to date, our small business commercial lines customers have written, or students have written over $900,000 in small business. So if
that's amazing.
That doesn't say anything, right? If you're not comfortable with small business and you want to learn more, please go ahead and register. And I would love to have you in my next session. We're also introducing a wholesale workshop, and this is a virtual class as well. It's going to be just a 2-day class, April 9th and April 11th. 2 hours each day. So for those of you that are, and if anybody has ever written with a wholesaler, whether it's personal lines or commercial lines, this class would be for you. We're just going to basically take you through all the steps of definitely giving you some in-depth, understanding of the difference between standard carriers and wholesale carriers, and some best practices in what you're responsible for. So if you are interested in registering for that as well, you can find that also at asnoa.com. Feel free to register. And again, that's a virtual class. So I look forward to having you all there. I'll be joined by Aaron Day from J.M. Wilson and also from Joan Cantieri from IPFS. So I look forward to having you there in my class. And thanks, Laura, for sharing that with everybody.
Thanks, Kathy. You guys can also, the ASNOA Advantage newsletter was just sent out last week, and you can register for Kathy's commercial session for July through the links in the ASNOA Advantage newsletter, and also for Kathy's workshop class. And you can always use the ASNOA training YouTube channel, and use just keeping up with that. That's amazing. In here we house all of our how-tos, all of our carrier spotlights, and our Live with Laura's. And we just keep adding more and more to that. So you can go in there and take a look and see what we got going on there. Thanks again. Watch for emails to register for the next session, and please complete the evaluation. Let me know what you guys would like to see in upcoming Live with Laura's and any guest speakers. I greatly appreciate everybody's feedback. It's amazing. All right, so real quick, before Megan starts, I just want to show you guys here up at the top right-hand corner, it says log out. Your go-to training menu might be in the way. You might want to move that out. But here it says log out, and it's going to ask you, do you want to log out of everything in Epic? And that's when you would click yes. So please use that log out button when you're logging out of Epic so you don't lock up any of your other Epic seats. Also want to show you guys the adding an auto. So if you have a motorcycle policy, you write it with Safeco, Progressive, whatever it may be. Cycle policy, use auto. Please use auto. If you don't, you're not going to get the commission agreements that are available. You can change your description up here to motorcycle, so you know it's a motorcycle policy. And you're going to check the default commission agreement box and use the drop down. And then you can choose whatever line. And this, you should use this commission agreement drop down for every policy you enter into Epic. You're going to pick what you wrote. The commission's going to show up, and then you're going to add in your premium and click the blue calculate button. If you don't click this button here, it's not going to show up on your book of business report. It's going to show just a percentage sign. It's not going to put in that 12%. So you're not going to see that amount on your book of business. And also use home, H-O-M-E, if you're writing a renter's policy and a condo policy. If anybody has any questions with that, please raise your hand before we move on with Megan. She's got so much to talk about right now. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give Megan all the control.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen where I talk about more marketing and more money, baby? All right.
Can somebody raise your hand? Let us know you can see Megan's screen. All right, thank you.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're going to go over the latest of what's rolling out of ASNOA this month. We've kind of had a whole bunch of new revenue generating opportunities that we try to highlight that in the ASNOA Advantage, but they're worth having some quick mentions here. But first, I wanted to give just a quick introduction of who I am. So I have specialized in marketing and development for about 13 years now. I worked with nonprofits, foundations, universities, associations, and now insurance networks. And I kick the most butt with small business owner omnichannel marketing, which is what we're going to go over today. Just the strategy, implementation, and analysis. Just a very 10,000, airline jet overview of everything marketing, and then we'll gather your interest and your questions, and we can dive deeper from there. But that's my husband and I this past Christmas. We are National Lampoon Christmas Vacation fans, as you can tell. Okay, so And this Live with Laura. She has no idea that picture was in my slide.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to go over new vendor partnerships that were just rolled out this month. Finding solutions to open your market, streamline processes, and hopefully save you guys a lot of money. We're going to show how you can sign up with ASNOA.com by just simply creating an account. You can access all of this. I know Live with Laura emphasizes that a lot. We're going to quickly go over the ASNOA sales conferences, trade shows, and EPIC classes, because that's also where you can sign up for everything, learn more, ask questions, and we'll have a sneak peek because we're rolling out even more stuff at the conference. And then we're going to do our 10,000 flyby of marketing, quick tips, and I really want to leave time for questions so that you can kind of pick my brain while you have me. Okay. So our first vendor solution, I tried to have this very informational heavy because I'm going to email this out to everybody who participated so that you can have it in hand. So our first and most common question from one of our solutions we're rolling out is e-signature. So we have DocuSign and InsureSign here. DocuSign, I kind of broke it down, the differences in terms of price and features. Basically, it costs more because it has a ton more features, and it's also integrated right in EPIC. So we have a short little video. If anybody is interested, just send a chat, or I'll give you my email information, and we can forward you that video that shows you how you use attachments in Applied EPIC, and then it goes right into your DocuSign. And we have a 10% off discount code for you to have savings on that if you don't already have an account. We also are partnering with InsureSign as the economical solution. And if we get enough people liking and wanting and using InsureSign, then we will happily switch the integration over because it's all about you and what works best for you as the agent. So InsureSign is about half the cost, but it's because it has a little bit more limited features. And you also get a 10% off using a discount code as well. So if anybody has any questions on this, I'll move on to the next one.
Nope, I think we're good.
All right. Okay, whoops, sorry about that. Okay, we also have paychecks. So if anybody on this call works with business owners, this is something to kind of pay attention to. Paychecks is partnering with us to try to build out like a credit system. So if you have anybody that needs anything on this pinwheel, time and attendance solutions, payroll administration, payment processing, business insurance services, health and benefit services, employee and employer benefits, HR administration, anything like that where you can round out what you're offering while you're already talking about them with their business insurance. Paychecks, if you send them over, will give you referral cash back, or they'll give you credits. So if you choose to use Paychecks, basically every time a client goes with Paychecks, it pays for your HR solution that month.
Wow.
So it's a pretty good deal. We also, our local rep here is pretty desperate to have you guys, so he's giving you a 30% discount. So I know there's a lot of new businesses, new agents that just signed with us on the call. So I try to put some content here where if you don't have an HR solution in place yet or you're considering it, 30% is a pretty hefty discount. So you might want to consider just looking into that. Plus waived W-2 fees as you're hiring people. So that's Brad Reed. That's his contact information there. I'm going to be flying by this because we actually have a webinar on March 14th at 1 p.m. with Anthony Rosini, the comptroller, and Brad. There's a whole webinar just on this opportunity to earn money and save money. And Anthony can answer a lot of questions because ASNOA actually uses Paychecks for us. So that's how we get paid.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So look for that invite, March 14th.
March 14th, awesome. We'll put that in the follow-up email as well with everybody.
Yeah. I'm just going to skim past that one. All right. We also have something interesting. If anybody on the call here does life insurance, we have a new partnership this month with somebody who is willing to go in through your book Look at all of your life insurance policies and see if any of them qualify for this cash surrender versus settlement deal. So what a life settlement, the sale of a life insurance policy to a third party more than its lapse or cash surrender value, less than the death benefit. So we have an example here where a 90-year-old elected to discontinue his policy because he simply didn't need it anymore. He was maybe paying it and he outlived what he thought he was. It just wasn't in market value. He was paying more than it was worth. So he wished to retain future premiums and walk away with $105,000 in cash value. He just simply submitted a questionnaire, policy info, and medical records, and he got 9 times that, $985,000. So the dollar amounts here are pretty staggering. I mean, it's probably onesies or twosies that do live in your book, but it's a significant amount of money just from those couple of ones that you can find. So Joe Coble here, our founder, is really intrigued in this. He also wants to try to partner with nonprofits because we can suggest we're trying to help donate that money as well. So we have takeaways here where we have marketing letters ready, we have emails ready to go, we have Mark ready to do an audit of your book just to see if you have any of these kind of sitting there if you sell life insurance. This is just a quick additional add-on to help, additional revenue opportunities for your book. We just want you to be aware of. Okay. Another opportunity we rolled out this month, SES Insurance Services. So if anybody works with rental dwellings, so people that are investors in multiple properties or landlords that own multiple properties, we have SES Insurance here because they have really intriguing tech. It is larger portfolios, so again, I'm very heavy on the information just so you guys can read this if it's even of interest. So if somebody has 10 or more properties, normally that means every single individual has its own policy, its own regulations, its own rules, everything. So it takes every property an investor owns and consolidates it into one policy in one portal. They need 3 things for this to happen: supplemental application, statement of value spreadsheet, and if you control the account, you need 3 years of last run. They promise a quote in 5 business days. And then after you bind, you receive a confirmation letter, and all the properties in your portfolio are uploaded into what they call a TIMS, Total Insurance Management System, that both you and your insured can access online. So they have all of their property information in one portal, and you have all of the property information in one portal. So you don't have to run around chasing everything. That's their premium minimum per account and monthly billing option for individuals. There's another takeaway. If you're interested, let me know. It's called the REI Playbook. It's a whole resource guide about what this is, how you sell it, what qualifies, best practices. And there's the business development contact there, Russell Watts, if this is something of interest to you. You can also reach out directly to Nick Petroselli because this is something that he was working on for you guys as well. Another one. This one's fun. Who doesn't like sports and really, really risky ventures? Sportsunderwriters.com, another one that partnered with us. Basically, anybody can write with them, but they have a special track for ASNOA. They made a playbook to let you know how to sell it, what are the steps, what do you look for, where you go online, everything that you would need to be able to try to sell these and get quotes, just in this simple online website here. So it's for your standard sport and adventure tourism risks. So people that like to heli ski professionally or run a skate park or BMX or mountain bike park designers. So a lot of, we got some Colorado people on here. This probably would qualify for you. You could have some fun clients here. High risk management, and they would help with that. So these are all of the things that they cover. Maybe you want to start doing venues where they have kiosk and concession stands and performers and crew coverage or big film crews, all that. Sports underwriters will do that. Okay, I'm trying to speed through this so I can jump to the marketing too. All right, so those are just a couple of the big things that we wanted to push out this month. I wanted to make sure you guys were aware. If I'm not communicating it, I'm not doing my job. And you can access all of this on ASNOA.com. So you just go to ASNOA.com and click on Create an Account. You enter your information into the Create an Account form. We don't have access to your personal login information. Everything is personal and secure to you. And then you have to wait to get approved at this point because we work hard on the back end to upload reports to personalize your account, and we send you an email to let you know once everything is ready. So if you have any questions on that, we also have an easy video there, or I can help set up, walk you through the steps as well. Very happy to help with that. Okay. So you can also learn about all these opportunities, and we're doing some really, really unique rollouts with the sales conference this year. And I know some of you have registered, some of you have not. No pressure, but a lot of pressure. You're going to be missing out. So you can find all the information here on ASNOA.com. So we are changing things a lot this year. You can watch a video with Kathy as she's graduating across the stage. So we changed things we combined events. So you're going to be in a room with more people, more authority experts. We changed the agenda so that way, let's look at Missouri here. That's going to load for a little bit. We changed the agenda so that way it's talking about topics. So it's not going to be carriers that just walk up on stage, talk about their latest product line, show you that login where you can get, everything that you already know. We have been working diligently and hard on the back end with them, where now they're going to be talking about key topics that concern you every day. So instead, we have people coming in, they're going to talk about bringing your mainstream success online. So you're going to talk about how you can, you're really good at selling insurance. How do you represent that in digital marketing, which we're going to go over really, really quickly today. How do you help run your agency more efficiency? So we have some people that are going to come in and talk about ways that will help streamline, and Nick's favorite word is automation. Making things scalable and run faster so you don't have to have that manual process every time. We have people coming in talking about non-revenue generating service work. So how do you answer customer questions and just change of address, or somebody might have a quick claim or a quote, and gathering that information in a real quick, automated, intelligent way online. So that you don't have to have somebody there on the phone servicing that day in and day out. Instead, they can then be focusing on selling insurance and growing your business. Everyone has trouble, or at least from what we hear, in finding good talent, finding CSRs, finding producers. So we also have, topics where we're going to talk about how you find, recruit, retain, through company culture, where you look, how you can maintain those agents. We're going to have sessions about where you make the most money, what are the markets in 2019 that you can really focus your business on, that have the highest profits or have the highest growth rate or have, stuff like that. We're going to have cyber liability insurance. We're going to have people coming in talking about how you sell that and how you protect your business. So those are just examples of what we're doing. And we're breaking up the day. So there's going to be breaks. We're going to have activities. We're going to have a trade show that's very, very different. Kathy's going to walk around like Vanna White, and there are going to be giveaways going as you're having the booth games. And there's going to be snack lounges and putt-putt golfs and gambling and lots of different things throughout the day to keep you moving and more entertained. So, and some states. So Colorado, we don't have a trade show yet for you guys. I apologize, but we will get there. But for the other states, we have that. So you can kind of play around here on our website to see some of the things that we are doing differently. We have a whole page just reserved for registration here. You can click attend. You can click that. If and everything's pre-filled in. So you just click what date you want. Here you go, Missouri, Arizona, Ohio, Colorado. I'm in Illinois. Look, it recognized me because I'm in the system. I will be attending Kathy's Epic class.
Of course you will.
Yes, I'm actually going to be a guest speaker in every Epic class. So not, because I'm vain, but you want to hear more about. We're going to have speed round sessions where we're going to have topics about marketing. We're going to have topics about your website. We're going to have topics about how you do your email drip campaigns. We're going to have review management. We're going to have very specific sessions throughout the Epic class as well, so that it's practical solutions that you can actually use with takeaways. And the same concept here. So I'm going to go to all of them. T-shirt sizes, if you have any food allergies, and you're done. Simple as that. So, yeah. So there you go. You can look around, play what's new this year, talk about key problems, having deeper discussions.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And everybody's going to be registering for the Epic class. We know that.
Yeah, so please attend. We also are we're in a sellout situation with the speakers. People are really excited about this new format, wanting to get in front of you with lessons, with takeaways, with actionable insights, with topics. So we're packing this full with education and entertainment, and we're really hoping that you guys will be able to spend, the value time spent in the day at the event. So please, 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 if I haven't sold this hard enough, please register. Okay, so let's get a taste of some of that education that you'll be getting. Does anybody, before we dive into marketing, have any questions on anything that we went over, or about creating an account or registering for the event?
No, I think we're good. You explained everything very well.
Okay, I tried to run through it so I can go through all this and leave time for questions. Okay, so we're doing a 10,000 overview of omni-channel marketing. And what omni-channel means is just all of the different ways that you can get in front of your potential client and your current client. So marketing goals should always be about getting you more clients and more money. Your marketing should be speaking to direct conversions in your book of business. And so there's 3 big stages that accomplish this. The first goal is awareness. That's where you increase visibility, reliability, and trust with your key audience. This is how you get found, and we're going to emphasize a lot on this section because I heard from Laura we have a lot of people that are newer with ASNOA that might still be helping to build out that brand awareness, being a new independent agent. We also have the second section, goal 2, is conversion. So help your key audience through the decision to conduct business with you. So your marketing should be working side by side with your sales team, convincing people to also become your client. And then once they are your client, goal 3 is engagement, to maintain active interactions with clients to increase the use of your services and referrals. So this is where cross-sells come in to play really big. This is where your referrals come to play really big. And then there's a separate one, which I didn't think we would have time today, is all about recapturing lost clients.
Love that.
We can have a whole section on that because that's a big part of what marketing can do as well. So the 3 main goals, just to kind of throw right here, is the awareness, conversion, and engagement. Okay, so what do you do in the awareness stage? So first, and I'm assuming everyone has already done this, you have to set up your shop online. So just like you have to have your store and everything licensed physically, you also have to have all of that digitally. So first, what really helps is determining your audience, your core messaging, and your keywords, which we will go over how you do that, where I can show you without a marketing background where you can figure out your keywords. If you haven't done so already, a website is essential. It's like having that storefront, a place where people can find you. You have to claim your business on Google My Business listings and make sure it's accurate and complete. So that is how you fully set up shop to have a digital footprint. Then you focus on increasing your rankings using paid, local, and organic search results to rank higher with potential customer searches. So again, I had a feeling a lot of people had questions looking at who was in attendance today about how do I rank higher, how do I get found, and explaining it to somebody who doesn't need a marketing degree, and you don't necessarily have to pay people to do this. Okay, then staying relevant, creating content that is helpful to your target audience and keep updating it. That is the biggest emphasis, and one of the biggest struggles is to constantly have update new, fresh, relevant content. And then building a reputation. So developing a strong public relations, volunteering in your community, sponsoring, hosting events, developing a fundraiser, guest blogging, speaking, staying active on social media. That PR, even physical, has big digital ripple effects, and we'll get into what that means. Okay, so how to get better rankings. Again, I went very text heavy so that this could be a takeaway kind of guide for you guys. So I'm going to be emailing this to you. So the first thing you do is you determine your keywords and incorporate them everywhere. And this is free. So I'm going to do a quick overview of the Google Keyword Planner tool. What you have to do is you create a Google Ad account. So I'm going to click here. Here's my Google Ad account. Ignore all of this. This is craziness. You don't need to focus on this. This is ASNOA's live Google Ad account. So you just type into Google Ad account, create one, 100% free, and you go up here to Tools. I also have a direct link in my PowerPoint slides. You go to Keyword Planner. I have a direct link to Keyword Planner as well. So we're going to look up keywords. So I'm going to say, what do we want to focus on? A lot of people have home insurance. I want to sell home insurance. Okay, this is all crazy stuff here. Let's see. Let's look at that. So you have home insurance here. Keyword ideas. Sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, keyword ideas. Home insurance. If anybody's lost in how I got here, I am happy to do a quick phone setup for this. All right, so non-marketers, the only thing you have to focus on are these 3 columns. And again, this is 100% free. So the thing you have to remember, and this is in that PowerPoint, so we're going to do this. There we go. So you want to make sure that your keyword is relevant to what you do business. So let's see, do you do home insurance products? You do house quotes? You do, let's see, home insurance owner. Making sure these are relevant to what you do as a business. You want to make sure the average monthly searches are high and your competition is low. So we can quickly write down some stuff here. So let's see, house quotes, that might get confusing. Let's see, insurance premium. A lot of people are searching insurance premium, probably why it's going up. It's $8,100 a month, and it's low competition, which means you are more likely to rank as a little guy without paying for anything in your area if you have the word insurance premium somewhere on your website and in your description. It's as simple as that.
Wow.
So I'm going to have a web page or a blog that has the words insurance premium, and I'm going to start showing up in Google rankings more likely, because again, competition low, average monthly search is high. So hopefully everyone wrote down insurance premium. Let's see. Homeowners claim, not as high, but still definitely have something on your website that talks about homeowners claims. Let's see. Insurance claim showed up again, and it's a low competition. That's crazy. Let's see. Casualty insurance, anybody do that? Insurance agent, low competition, high average monthly service. So if nobody says insurance agent on their website, I don't know what you're doing. Comprehensive insurance. High monthly searches, Low competition. Again, a great keyword. So you can go in and do this every time. So let's do auto insurance. And again, I didn't pay for any of this. Get results. Okay, let's see here. Insurance agent. Let's go back to our lows. Insurance agents, again, low. Insurance claim. Which motor insurance? Car auto insurance agency. Indemnity insurance. Insurance services. Insurance auto, nope, that wouldn't be relevant. See, you got to make sure it's relevant for what you do. Motor insurance. Who knew? I don't think I've seen anybody put motor insurance on their website, but look, competition's medium, you're still good, and you got over almost 2,000 people that search it per month. Let's see. Of course, we have these guys that are big. Sure. See, Geico. Car insurance is harder. Car insurance claim, that one's a little big. So you guys get the idea. Well, here we go. Independent insurance agents, plural. There you go. So that is a really, really quick way to understand, hey, what are keywords? How does that even work? You look for low competition, high monthly searches, relevant keywords. So you get like, a couple of keywords that you know are performing really well. It's going to help with your ranking, and you put them in your web pages. Make sure you have those words there. So now, sorry, gotta go back. I can do that. There we go. Okay. So you have your keywords, a list on like a sticky note, however you want to do that, and you make sure that you have all of that in your mobile-friendly website. So work with someone who can help build a site with strong content. Here are some keywords to make sure that they can do. So title tags, strategic meta descriptions, an embedded map, consistent contact data, fast load times, AMPs. Sell fancy jargon just to make sure you have a checklist if you are going to use somebody for that. There's a lot of sites that help you do it step by step, and they don't cost an arm and a leg. Wix, Squarespace, and Weebly are great places to start. We are also starting, we're not rolling it out till the conference, to help people with websites as well, and we make sure that we have all of this. So if it is something that you would, God, my gosh, I'm so sorry. If it is something that you would be interested in, you can shoot me an email and we can see how that can fit in. Okay, next, you add or claim your Google My Business listing. This is really important because this is how Google even begins to rank you on their website. So you can follow this link to add or claim your Google business listing, or you can edit your existing listing. And here you just want to make sure that you have your company name, your address, your hours, your contact information, photos, and a description that uses these keywords that you found here in your Google My Business listing. Okay? Then the next really big thing is to get reviews on Google, Yelp, and Facebook. This is just a simple email out to current clients with a link directly to these sites, Google, Yelp, and Facebook. It really helps with that, and it has to be existing clients. Google will see, if somebody just created like a Gmail account that day and then left a review, it will mark that as suspicious, and if it's clearly not a real person. So like Facebook has to validate it as a real user on Facebook. So it knows when you're making, those kind of accounts. So you can set up email campaigns to go out as soon as someone becomes a client, as part of their welcome packet. That's a real good way to get reviews, or directly after they have a positive claim or customer service experience. And then responding to reviews, especially if they're negative. So Google also looks if you're doing review management. If somebody leaves a 3-star, it actually helps with your ranking if you respond back to address that 3-star. So bad reviews aren't necessarily, there's no bad PR or no news, something like that. I forgot the saying. So review. These come across in everything when it comes to ranking, getting found, and the buyer decision. And we also, if at the events, we're rolling out a new vendor solution partner on our CRM solution. So we help do emails for clients, and I know a couple of you are on the phone. And so we have a whole new review management system we're rolling in as part of that package to help with this process. So it's fully automated, and it also posts on your social media. So please come to the event. We're going to have a whole session just on this because it is very, very important, and it's a fast, and it costs $0, and it helps with everything. Okay. Next thing, so get structured citation sources, basically links. So what this means is making sure you're listed in online directories and keep the info consistent. Google actually will ding you if a phone number differs between different directories or an address differs between different directories. It literally will ding you. So it's always important to keep an eye on that. These are ones I recommend as a minimum. These are ones that Google uses as a high authority in terms of rankings, so make sure you're listed on these. Angie's List, Bing Places, City Search, Foursquare, Super Pages, and YP, that's Yellow Pages rebranded in the modern age, I guess. They tried to seem super modern. I also have a resource here I can send you guys. This lists all of the places that Google kind of scours with what they call spiders. To see where you're ranking to get your structured citation sources. So Laura can send this out as well to make sure. I mean, that's insane to try to get listed on all of them. Maybe you can hire a poor intern or your nephew or your niece or somebody, pay them a couple bucks. I don't know. And some of them aren't relevant. Like if you're not, in the travel industry, you can skip TripAdvisor, and depends on the stuff. But here's a full comprehensive list that I can send you guys. But again, the really important ones are Angie's, Bing, City Search, Foursquare, Super Pages, and Yellow Pages. Okay. Then where it gets really interested is what they call unstructured citations. And again, it's just links. They just like making it difficult. So what this is when your website gets linked on an outside source. And the higher the authority of the source, the higher your ranking. Like the better that link serves your business getting found. But it could be as simple as like an online newspaper article, do a guest blog post with somebody. LinkedIn counts as this, and it has high authority. An online job board counts, review sites. Again, here's reviews showing their head. So how you get these? Host events. Here's going back to your PR, participate in forums, put out press releases, start a fundraiser, use LinkedIn for Business, it's free, write blog articles, ask for reviews, anything you can do where you start getting mentioned on other sites that link back to your website. And again, everything I'm talking about here is free. Okay, so last is content. So updated, relevant, and new content on your website pages and an educational blog is key. So this is what keeps, everything I talked about gets you ranked. This is what keeps you ranked high. So it also attracts new prospects. So if somebody's searching those keywords, like that prime example was insurance claims, it had a lot of people searching for insurance claims, and there was not a lot of competition. So write a blog about insurance claims. So that way if somebody who's never even heard of you before is typing in, what do I do about this insurance claim, and they're in your area, suddenly you're going to show up and become on that person's radar. So that's how that works. It also helps to continuously engage with your customer base. So keeping you top of mind, maintaining that reputation, staying that trusted source, all of that really helps in the end with your rankings and with your engagement and with being found and shown and digital and, competing with those Geicos and State Farms that are out there. This is all that you have to do. If you need any ideas, Google also has a free tool, and it's called Google Trends. Again, this direct link is in that PowerPoint slide. So what you do, and lo and behold, obviously the biggest Google Trends right now that people are searching is Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian. If you want to write an article about that, feel free to do it. This is where you can start typing in trends, and you can filter it by your location. You can, interest it by region. You can also have some fun, interesting articles here. Google data trends. Here's how International Women's Day is set to trend. If you want to do an article about that, that would also help you get found. So Bachelor, Southwest, Flint. So this is a whole thing of Google's worldwide data of what people are searching for in your area. So what do we want to test? Let's do, I don't know, if we want to do a live demo.
Like insurance agent?
Okay, let's see what happens when we type in independent insurance agent. Okay. Yes. All right. Oh, it even shows you the state. Search interest. Let's see what we have here from March. This is only interest over time. Let's see. The past 12 months, it shows you what states are most likely. Typing in independent insurance agent, that's really unique. Interesting. Related topics. So if you want to talk about finance, talk about if anybody's a notary, what is underwriting. Most people, the #1 inquiry is independent insurance agent near me. Make sure you're talking about that in your marketing. So you can play around in here with all the different buttons and all the different maps and all. If anybody's a data nerd, this is where you want to go, because it's what people are searching for around you, what are they interested in, and then make sure that you're writing content surrounding that. Okay, I'm trying to breathe. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh yeah. All right, so conversion. This is where you move people to action. So here's where you actually gather leads. This is where you develop guides, ebooks, checklists, training videos, anything where it entices someone to give you their contact information. And that is called a marketing validated sales lead. So that is a huge step into getting somebody to convert. This is a very sensitive button, sorry. Okay. Nurture those leads. So once you have their email and their contact information, you stay on top of mind by sending them educational, informational emails. So newsletters, best practices, weather alerts, how to protect yourself with this. And then you entice them to action. And this is where you develop something you don't think that specific audience member can resist. Like maybe it's as simple as a free insurance or financial planning consultation. Maybe it's wine tasting event with a quick presentation. Maybe it's a contest with a raffle. That's where you really can get in front of that person and move it into that talking about the sale and then close the deal. And you do all of this through your email marketing and your social media. So here's some suggested emails you should have at a minimum. The biggest ones are when you are converting them. You have that welcome thank you. You have a what to expect. And you have that review request. So once they're a member here, then you say you have some non-sale, non-action emails. These are almost as important than everything else. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. You get an alert that there's going to be a really, really big, heavy snowstorm. So send an email out being like, okay, what do you look for to prevent damage to your roof? Or maybe there's a hurricane coming your way, or maybe there's a tornado or a big heat, thing. So it's a simple way to get in front and show your education as well as newsletters. Then you have sale and or action emails. This is where you do your cross sells. If you have any new offerings, referral requests, feedback surveys, contests, you have an invitation to an event. And then you have the category of E&O, where this is where you do your personal insurance reviews. If you're doing an audit, if you're helping them, that's where you have those personal insurance reviews kind of fall there. So we can also have a whole conversation if people are interested. We can take an entire hour just on this slide that talks about what are the best times to send these. Typically Tuesday through Thursday, between 10 and 3. What do you do with subject lines? What do you do with that subtext, that teaser text? How do you design it so it has a strong call to action? What emails should you be sending it from? What's the deal with the unsubscribe, anti-spam laws? I mean, we can have an entire hour on this if you guys want. We also have a toolkit here at ASNOA where we help do this for you and do strategy calls. But if you want to do it on your own, more than happy as well. We can set up that webinar if people are interested. Okay. So again, the email best practice is what I just talked about. So everyone has their own benchmark. Here is the industry standard for open rates. So don't feel bad. Normally, people in business finance and insurance see only about a 20% open rate. So keep with it. You're doing it. You're awesome. ASNOA, we did an average of the people for marketing that we do. We have a 45% open rate. We have someone on the call today that has a 57% open rate. Won't say names, but she's awesome. Okay. All right. Flyby, social media. Facebook, this is where you focus on your current clients. And this is all about interaction. So building up brand awareness, but really just interacting with each other. So liking their posts, putting a thumbs up, messaging, oh, that's a cute hat, Laura. Twitter is really where you piggyback off of larger brands. This is where retweets really work in your favor, because then you can utilize their followers to see your brand and your message. Instagram, I don't know if a lot of you have an Instagram account, but it's where you do just daily life, fun, entertaining, photo appealing individual experiences, and that's where the hashtag comes into play. And they have a real easy way to do hashtags there. LinkedIn is really where you want to focus, especially when you're starting to build your brand out. That's where you build your brand authority back to your website, if you remember a couple slides ago. That's where you focus on prospects. So it's all about education, brand, reputation. This is more educational and informative conversations. So it's establishing yourself as that business in the area. That's my flyby of what all the different social media accounts and who you focus on and with what. Okay, print marketing. This is not dead and it will never be dead. So here are my 5 tiers of different print marketing rollouts that I always recommend. First one is postcards because they're super cheap, and you can mass blast these out. You can get lists from places like Sales Genie. If you have business clients, you can easily go, because every single person that has a license as a contractor, they have to be listed in the state, so I can send out where you can search for people that way. You can get contact information through LinkedIn. Once you're connected with somebody, you're able to see all their contact information through premium. So that's a real good way to get contact info, actually. That's how I use LinkedIn.
It's through LinkedIn.
Yeah. That's most people selling you lists are actually selling you their LinkedIn connections. So don't buy it, just get your own. All right, so postcards is usually the first step. Then you do some kind of interactive snail mail, maybe a pamphlet, maybe a brochure. Then making sure that you are in your local publications, maybe if it's a quick ad, maybe it's something that you can trade, do somebody's insurance, and get an advertisement there. Letters still unfortunately work really well. So Applied Epic actually has a way where you can send a mass mail merge and send letters through the system right from Applied Epic. So I'm happy to show you how to do that. It's a letter where it's Dear Laura, this is what I'm thinking, very personalized. Maybe you have some data you captured on her included in the letter, and then it's hand signed and hand addressed with a stamp. Still works, still outplays. Yeah, it takes so much time, but it really works. And then executive level invitations. So if you have a really good interaction, we still always recommend, and I get a lot of eye rolls, but get out that pen and paper and write that card. It really, really does work and make a difference. but I have that as step 5 because that's much further down the funnel and it's much less than your math step 1 of basically throwing spaghetti at the wall with a cheap postcard and seeing what sticks. So that is that flyby. All right. And then you can never get rid of just good old sales, cold calls, and face-to-face. So no matter how technologically advanced we get, nothing truly will replace these. So you still have to do your cold calls. Community events comes into play really big with this and doing that door to door. So, and having a whole thing on pushing digital marketing and how it works, but I still want to acknowledge that this is the age-old way to do sales and it will never go away. Okay, so I did it.
You did it. 5 minutes to share.
Questions. All right, so that was grossly fast-forwarded through everything that you guys need to know in order to have a digital marketing omni-channel campaign and strategy. I'm happy to do this over email, over phone. We can break these out into individual webinars. But we also have time if anybody has just questions from what was said or questions that they prepared knowing I was going to be on here. I'm happy to stay over and answer all of those.
You know, Megan, this is fantastic information, and people are chatting in that they do want copies of your PowerPoint. And yes, we are going to send that out to everybody. And I'm really interested in your prospects, your information on how to get in and contact those prospects and send them letters out to all of them. That's amazing. So we have that all available, and you guys, maybe we'll do that on another session, show everybody how to do that. That would be really good.
Yeah.
All right.
The ASNOA toolkit too is listed as at ASNOA.com as well, correct? What you are offering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so check out the ASNOA.com website, create your account. There's so much information on there to get you going, get you into the marketing. Check out all of our upcoming trainings, our carrier spotlights. So all kinds of information for everybody. Sign up for Kathy's Small Business Commercial class. So we're really thankful that you guys were all able to join the session today. Please fill out the evaluation afterwards, and we'll hang on for a little bit in case anybody else has any more questions. Please raise your hand or chat in your questions. So thanks again for joining, everybody.
Thanks for having us, Laura.